Hello and welcome back everyone, this is Allura SC back at you with another Fortnite tutorial video. In today's video we will be covering the Southeastern Amplifier, also known as the UFO or the Tornado Amplifier. This is the one in the southeastern part of the map. So before we go ahead and get into this video, I'd like to say a huge thank you to members of the team, particularly to Sanek as well as to Moth, who have very heavily contributed to the construction of this particular build. Today's build video will be covering the southern spawn of this particular amplifier, so you guys will take a note really quickly as we go ahead and do a little quick skyline view of the entire amplifier. Alright, so let's get right into it guys, and hit that screen. There we go. Okay, so as always, we're going to do a quick little overview of how this build is going to look like. So highlighting some main crucial points, we're going to start out with the right side over there. We're going to start at the right side over there. So we do have a little lobber prevention system over there, a little lobber shield if you will, and over there is where we are connecting it to the amplifier C part of the build, where we had a little wall off to that side over by the stair to prevent Husk from trying to punch through and come through on the stairs. So a point of note, there is a 2x2 lobber shield over there, followed by another funnel system, a very deep and complicated funnel system over to that side. Just really tons of traps and funnels going on over there, so we'll get there and explain to you guys how that inside area looks. There are a total of 2 major spawns coming in from this southern side. One is going to be right about there, and the other major spawn is going to be right about there, around that spot over there. There's also a minor spawn coming in from somewhere about there as well, but we'll cover that later. So not much we can see from this upper area down here, but what you will immediately notice is that in the way of lobber shields, there's just going to be very little or minimal amounts of lobber shields over here, because most of the traps, most of the funnel systems are already acting in and of itself as a funnel shield, as a lobber shield rather. So not much need for that right there. Okay. So let's just go ahead and knock down the stairs really quickly, and then we can get right into the explanation of the actual build itself. Alright, so over here, let me just go ahead and highlight. Over here, this is where we have the amplifier itself. Once again, we have done nothing too fancy, just gone ahead and blocked it off in a very conventional manner. Couple of tier 3 metal walls, you know, slanted up. You just want to make sure that we have something to cover your base. Right? Just something to cover your base is all you need. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to the first point of note right here. So point of reference wise, this is where we have the hill. As you fall down from the hill onto where the stairs are, this is where the amplifier is. The 2 little cave openings right there. The stairs is right here, and then we have this little hill edge over here. So this is basically where you want to dump your little this is basically where you want to put your lobber shields right here. You want to put your lobber shield right here. We have a 2x2 setup right here, and this coincides basically with this amplifier C wall off right here. And this helps prevent these lobbers from trying to get through, because what we noticed is that previously what happens was when there was a couple of these husks, you know, they would actually have some good times punching through on these sides over here. It was actually very annoying. It was very annoying for them to be punching through over here and then starting to fling from right about this spot over there. So that was actually pretty nasty. We don't like that at all. I don't know why my button is not working. I can't seem to edit this, but anyway, not important. Right. So there is a wall off over here, and this wall off is not in fact a full wall off with reinforcement. It's just a block off right here. There's no stairs inside there. Okay, so no stairs, block off here, 1 box. Okay, on this side as well, we do have another box, so 2 boxes. Okay, take note, 2 boxes of wall offs over here. Right, 2 boxes of wall offs over here. Okay, so that's for the side over there. Let me just go ahead and show you guys how the spawn actually looks like right now from the edge. Okay, so as we head through this side over here, this is basically how this spawn here looks like. We have a lava rock falling right about this spot over here, and the spawns of the husks do pop in somewhere about here. They spawn right about somewhere here, they spawn about here, here, and they walk through this funnel system here. Okay, so how we have basically built this area here. So if you take this ramp over here for the point of reference, okay, this is a 2 wide, yeah, this is a 2 wide ramp system over here. So what we've gone ahead and done is that we've gone ahead and put a little 2x1 wall launcher setup left side, 2x1 wall launcher setup right side over here. And accompanying that, we've just gone ahead and rigged up a bunch of gas traps. Okay, so this will this will basically accommodate all the husks that spawn from this side over here, and they're going to get hit by all these gas traps right here. These gas traps that you find on this side, on this ramp, these are basically for the ones that spawn on this lower side over here and who are walking up this ramp, and they're all going to get hit by all these gas traps. Okay, so once again, this 2x1 setup is just to basically reset them and send them back into the spawn. Same thing for this side over here. If we go ahead and count as well how many gas traps we have over here, it's actually plenty of gas traps here. This is a total of 6 gas traps on this side right here. Now as we go ahead and extend onto this side over here, you'll notice that we actually have quite a lot more gas traps going on. So I'm just going to go ahead and explain up until this point, which is where we have wall launcher, wall launcher, wall launcher. 4 wall launchers in a row right here. Okay, 4 wall launchers in a row right here, accompanying with gas traps. And the purpose for these wall launchers right here is not just for this wall launcher, but on the wall launcher on the other side as well, to gain value. What happens is that when husks come through here and they get hit by this particular wall launcher, these wall launchers will basically send them back out and down. Yeah, some of them are actually able to send them across to this edge over here, and they fall down over there, which is basically going to be able to give a very nice little reset effect. Alright, so I'll explain that funnel in a little bit. I'll go ahead and cover this particular funnel first. Okay, so as we head up this particular funnel over here, as we look upwards onto this ramp, we do have once again a lot of these gas traps. Now these gas traps, they probably require you to have a smasher or a blaster, a taller husk or a bigger size husk to activate these two over here. However, once activated by these husks, the following husks, the ones that follow from behind, as they walk up this ramp, they're all going to get hit. So this is why we have some additional damage going on over here. Okay, so same thing over here, we have more gas traps, and behind those gas traps, we basically do have some dart trap on that side. I've gone ahead and removed the dart trap over there because I felt like there wasn't enough value coming out from that particular dart trap, because most of the husks, as they spawn in here, they're going to walk in a diagonal manner. They're going to walk in a diagonal manner and hit straight towards this side over here. So less traffic, and less traffic means less need for these dart traps. And also because I'm a little bit low on building limits, so I kind of want to cut back on some of these resources. Okay, so on this side over here, this is where we're talking about the wall off. So this part over here, very important to make sure to wall off on this side. Okay, this part over here, we have the wall darts with tier 3 metal. We also have a wall pusher over here with a gas trap on top. Alright, over here we've gone ahead and not put a wall launcher, and partly because I really do not want to encourage too many husks to be coming over to this side over here. The more husks congregate on this spot over here, the more likely they're wanting to punch through here. And part of the reason for that is because we have a very extended funnel system you guys will soon see. Alright, so anyway, this is going to be the first spot where most of the husks will be congregating over. We have wooden floor spikes, gas traps up above, wall launcher, as well as dart traps to the left. Okay, moving on into the path as well, we can go ahead and see we have more gas traps, more wall launchers, and more wooden floor spikes. Now, for this part over here, as we round the corner, you'll actually see that this is actually going to be a 3x1. This is going to be a 3x1 funnel system right there, and this wall launcher is going to be sending the husk right to the end. So this funnel system is going to be a little bit greedier, and the thing is that you can get away with this. You can get away with this, and it also makes this funnel so much stronger because, as we know, on wave 25 it is the UFO wave. On the UFO wave, you really want to focus your energies onto taking care of the UFO. You don't want to have to deal with smashes, you don't want to have to deal with any of the husks walking into your base. So all these funnel systems here has been created specifically for that purpose, to be incredibly strong so that you guys can have your utmost attention dealing with the UFOs. Alright, so once again we have this funnel 3x1 timeout room over here. We can see the dart traps to the end. We have broadsides off to the left and right of it. We have a retractable to the end, gas traps all the way. On this side over here, we've gone ahead and put a wooden floor spikes together with the dart trap with a hole on the wall on this side, so that the dart trap is going to be able to fire right across even into the main spawn and get some additional value. Okay, if you so chose, you could also technically close this particular wall off as well and put broadsides on both sides over here. It's kind of up to you. I just want to save a little bit on resources for this particular part. Okay, so on to the next tile. You might notice that over here we actually do have a blank tile, and part of the reason why I left this tile blank is because while I was doing the testing, I think the tornado actually came around over here and deleted one of these floor traps over here. And as a result, I just decided to leave it blank. You guys can rig it up if you want to. You can hope and pray that the tornado doesn't hit over here. But if you do choose to rig up this particular spot over here, I would highly recommend the wooden floor spike. I would highly recommend the wooden floor spike. So once again, we do have a wall launcher off to the left over here. We have a gas trap up above. And over here, we once again do have a 3x1 setup. And this is going to be the much more damaging trap setup, as you can see. Broadsides lined up on two tiles, left and right side. Gas traps, we have a wall dart, sorry. Also retractables, and in the middle section of this we actually put a tar pit. So what is this purpose of this tar pit? So as the husks are getting launched into this area right here, they're going to get staggered, they're going to get hit by a whole lot of broadside balls, they're going to get hit by the retractables, the gas, as well as the wall darts. Now as they are recovering and they are attempting to re-enter the funnel system, they are going to get stuck on this tar pit right here. The broadsides on the left and right side are going to fire off and completely punch them down, and anything that does survive, if they do, they're going to walk right back here, and then this wall launcher should be ready to go, and it's going to fire them right back into the funnel system, and it's going to rinse and repeat. Okay, and in the event that this particular wall launcher is on cooldown, then we have once again another tar pit sticking them right here, and this wall launcher basically sends them all the way back into that main system over there to reset them completely. So very strong wall launcher over here. This wall launcher here is quite crucial. Same thing over here, we would like to have a gas trap. However, I removed it because I think that the tornado was removing it as well. But if you do find yourself wanting to take a risk and place down the traps prior to the defense, hope that the tornado doesn't hit it, that's also fine. You can go ahead and rig it up as well. Anyway, over here once again we have another timeout room, and yes, you guessed it, off to the left side over here we do actually in fact have another wall launcher right here with a wooden floor spike, gas trap, as well as a wall dart. Okay, so at this point you might be wondering, Allura, how are you making all of these funnels? What is going on behind over here? I'm kind of glad you asked, because behind these walls over here, this is basically where you have the block-offs or the wall-offs. This is a cave, isn't it? This is a cave with a straight line right down into your amplifier. However, what we have done is that we've gone ahead and placed a ton of reinforcing walls. Behind this, full-on sandwiches with stairs as well as upturned floor pieces to completely block off this entire southern cave entrance is what we have done. And as a result, by doing that, we are able to path the husks all the way around through this entire funnel system over here, which is actually pretty great. So once we get around to that side over there, I'll showcase to you guys, exactly how many layers we put, so you guys have a better idea. Okay, anyway, we were up until this point over here. There's a wall launcher right here, and onto this right side over here, we do have another wall launcher. Alright, so you can actually go ahead and place tar pits over here. Up until this point, I think you can go ahead and just shove down tons of tar pits, right? Because past this point, I honestly do think that it's only going to be smashes that's going to be surviving. Huskies and all the propanes and everything, all of them should be already dying into these little timeout rooms and funnel systems right about there as well. So I think that should be pretty good. Yeah, that should be pretty good. Okay, so additionally, what you can also do over here, you can go ahead and rig up another dart trap if you have the luxury of resources. If the luxury of resources, you can go ahead and put the dart trap over there. Tar pits on the ground over here, as well as a ton of gas traps. Yeah, if you take a look and see every single one of these ceilings, if they are missing traps, you just want to rig it all up with gas traps. Alright, so yeah, tar pits on the ground, wall darts off to the left, wall launchers onto the walls over here, and this point right here, this particular point right here is basically where we have the convention, I think. Yeah, I think the convention of Hus, where all of them are actually going to congregate right about this point over here. Because as I mentioned, there is actually another funnel system coming out from that side over there. Okay, but as far as this particular funnel goes, it tilts off into this corner over here, and then this is where the meeting point actually happens. Okay, but before we go ahead and touch on that particular funnel, let me just go ahead and point out there's a wall launcher over here, the gas trap over here. Alright, and then this is where the inner system is actually going to be happening. Yeah, so it's going to go inside over here. We have a wall launcher off to the left with a timeout room over here. You notice that there's a lot of these tiles over here that have intentionally been left open. I tend to rig all of these up with traps after wave 4 has been completed. After wave 4 has been completed thereafter, then I will actually shut down all the traps over here. Okay, so as we move on into this particular point over here, we've gone ahead and show you guys some of these wall-offs. Yeah, we do have a bunch of wall-offs over here. I do believe I can't edit my tiles with my controller because we are facing that really strange bug where I have to go to the home amplifier and touch the console so that I can actually activate and use my keys. Once again, my escape key doesn't work either. Anyway, so this is how it basically looks like over here. This is a little timeout, secondary timeout box. You can go ahead and put another wall launcher over here, which is going to double time them into another room. So you time them out into this room over here. This wall launcher is going to time them out into this room over here. And you can go ahead and shove down like tar pits over there as well. Alright, anyway, wall launcher over there. We have a gas trap over there. Gas trap over there, and tar pit over here. Wall on this side, tar over there, wall launcher over here, you want gas over there, and yeah, this is basically where we have the amplifier. Okay, so as we can see right here, we do have the block-offs as I was previously mentioning. Yeah, this is where we have the block-offs that we were previously mentioning. Let me just go ahead and open it all up for you guys so that you guys can actually see exactly how many layers we are putting. Alright, so this is where we have the amplifier right here. This is where we have the amplifier right here. The amplifier wall is right about here. Okay, so amplifier wall, we've gone ahead and tilted this particular piece upwards this particular manner. You're gonna leave it this particular manner. Alright, so this is one tier wall. Okay, first sandwich system over here, one sandwich over here. Okay, second sandwich over here with the stairs. Alright, second sandwich over here, the stairs as well as the upturned floors. Alright, third sandwich over here. Right, third sandwich over here with the floors as well. Last but not least, this will be the fourth sandwich. So a total of 4 sandwiches before the wall launcher. As we're going to mark this area right here, that's basically where the wall launcher is. 4 layers of full sandwiches. Same thing on this side over here, you want to include another sandwich right here as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and close this all up once again. 4 tiles of full sandwiches. And with this, you'll basically be able to have all of your husks that spawn in on that entire side to come through this particular funnel system over here and enter from that side there. Okay, so let's just go ahead and head out into the next box right here. So outlining the next spawn, this is going to be where the first spawn was, right there. They have spawns there and spawns there. So now we are going to be covering this particular spawn right here. So there's going to be a spawn coming in from this side. Okay, and there's also going to be what do you call that? Yeah, they're all going to be walking up mostly up this ramp over here, and they're all going to be entering from this entrance right here. Okay, so as you can see, we do have a bunch of gas traps rigged up. This is a 2x2 gas trap right over where the ramp is. They will all be congregating off and diagonally segmenting off to this side over here, so they're going to get hit by all these gas traps. Alright, so first wall launcher, if you do want to, if you can afford it, you can also put an additional wall launcher over here if you want to. Additional slowing spikes over here. I've gone ahead and cut them because I felt like this was already strong enough. Oh, this area is already strong enough. So yeah, anyway. Wall launcher here, floor spikes, and we do have the gas traps and the wall dart off to the right. Okay, so the husks are going to path right here. They're going to be entering off to this side over here. The wall launcher is going to send them right back, and this is where we get the first tar pit. They're going to get stuck right about here. That wall launcher is going to send them right backwards. Okay, so if they do manage to pass by this area here, we do have another tar pit sticking them right here. This wall launcher off to our right is going to send them off to the left side, and this is basically where we have the entire row of wall launchers. And what it really does is that it sends them off and lands them somewhere about here, which is going to cause these wall launchers to go off and send them down below. If these ones, if these initial ones don't send them, if it's a smasher or something like that, it's going to go 1 tile, 2 tiles, and 3 tiles, and this wall launcher is going to send them right back again. So there's tons and tons of repeat value right here on this particular funnel system. So in the off chance that this wall launcher does not manage to succeed to send your husk off to that side over there, we do have one more tar pit right here with a wall launcher and a timeout room going on here. Okay, so this is going to send them inside here, going to get hit by the broadsides, the retractable spikes, as well as the wall darts up there. Okay, and once they're recovering from that, they're going to walk right back onto the tar pit, and hopefully that's going to enable the wall launcher to trigger once again. Alright, so as we are moving up over here, we do have a stair sequence. As we are heading up the stair sequence over here, you can actually go ahead and rig up another gas trap over there if you so choose. Actually, let me just go ahead and do that really quickly. There we go. Alright, yeah, I'm kind of low on building limit right now. I need to go and find some areas where I can you know, save on some more of my build limit. I'm a little bit over the top right now, but still. Anyway, so we do have these coming in from here. Alright, we have a dart trap over there. Okay, and husks are going to be wandering in here. They're going to be walking up. And then first up here, we're going to have a wall launcher. They're going to send them into a timeout room. For those of you who can also afford it, you guys can actually go ahead and put a secondary timeout over here. I do believe Sanek was also doing something like this, but I feel like at this point, you know, with the amount of defenses that we have, it really isn't that necessary. So you can actually go ahead and just do something like this, you know, just time them out inside their initial gas trap with some darts over there, put some broadsides if you want, you know, kind of whatever, if you want to reinforce it. So this is basically where we have the convention of the husks, and then that's going to go right into the regular funnel system that we have already explained earlier. Right. And I think this basically covers it for now, for the funnels at least. Let me go ahead and mention to you guys what we have going on for the what do you call that, the block offs right here. So over here we do actually have a lava rock. We do actually have a lava rock falling down right about here, as you can see right there. Boom. Okay. So what we've gone ahead and done is this particular area right here, we have gone ahead and done a full block off of all of these stairs over here. So if we count tiles wise, 1, 2, and 3 block offs, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 over here. It's just a full block off on this entire side down here. You don't want any of the hosts to enter from this side here. Okay, and as we're going to talk about in the next video, there's also going to be some of the beach husk that is going to be sent down from the cliff over there. You don't want them to be interfering with your build as well. You want them to be going up from where they're supposed to go. But this is also important because if you leave any of these holes over here, you might actually get some of the beach husk coming in from this side over here, which you really don't want. And as a result, you just want to really block this entire area off completely. Okay, so yeah, as mentioned once again, I think there is not very much explanation going on for the lobber shields in front here. I will hit up though. I think there is some that I need to talk about, so give me a second while I hit up really quickly. Okay, so all this part over here is just going to be part of the funnel system. However, there are some parts over there which are not in fact part of the funnel system. Okay, so we can go ahead and highlight some of that stuff over there. So one of the first things I want to mention is this particular stair over here. You want to make sure to include, you want to make sure to go ahead and include all of those empty ceilings over there, because you don't want to give the lobbers an impression that they can simply punch through one of these walls over here, stand on the stairs, and start flinging into your base. So these stairs, or these ceilings over here are actually quite crucial. Quite crucial indeed. So point of reference wise, I'm just going to use this point over here. This is where we have the entrance and where we have our dart trap sticking out on that side over there. So let's go ahead and take a look how this looks. So we've gone ahead and flushed this same way we have flushed it along the alignment of the stair wall off down below over here. So it is exactly in line. You will notice it is exactly in line with the entire bottom side over here. Okay, and it cuts off right about this cliff's edge here. As you see this little spit of hill over there, this is when you curve it off, and you just have 2 tiles on here to prevent them from wanting to stand on the cliff edge over there and trying to toss into your base. Okay, this is coinciding a little bit with our other build as well, but let's go ahead and mention that lobbers and flingers will always take a long deviated path, you know, as far as they can. If they find an opening, they will find it and they'll try and lob. So you want to make sure that we have this entire area here just completely sealed off. Okay, this entire area down here is just completely sealed off with tier 3 metal. Alright, so once again, I've gone ahead and marked out this particular side over here with our tier 2 brick floor. This is where I will usually place my base ability to buff the entire funnel system, as well as to reinforce the walls over here to make it less likely for the husk to want to punch through them. Okay, so once again, if you're talking about points of reference, this is where the funnel system with the block offs is. 1 tile over here, 1 tile off to the left, and we have the base positioning right here. And this will basically give tons of buffs to the entire funnel system going on this side right here. It's in the main portion where all the timeout rooms essentially are. Okay, and I think with that, guys, let me just go ahead and do a quick scan as well. I think this is where we have all the gas traps. Yep. So yeah, I think with this, guys, I think this is basically it. There's not much else that we have not covered, I don't reckon. So yeah, this is the beach, or the southeastern part of the map amplifier D on my map right here. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, keep the comments as well as the feedback coming. I do appreciate all of you guys. Thank you very much, and I will see y'all in the next video. With that, Laura out. Take care now. Bye bye.